Welcome back. Another episode. Minnesota Left-Handers here again. Episode 22. Dude, 22. We are out here. I don't know. I don't know where we're going. Hey man, we're here 22. It's awesome. We're talking golf. We're talking our events. We got a Phoenix trip to book. We're going golfing. We're doing anything and everything golf right now. How you doing?
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait, man. When you say out here, and it was like, I don't know, where are we out here? We're out here in the freaking tundra, man. It's 10 degrees outside. That's where we are. We're in the freaking tundra. Tonight, so much to unpack, personally, professionally, in the game of golf. Not so much me. We're not gonna, dive into me personally, professionally, but a lot to unpack in the professional game of golf. Like you had mentioned, our Phoenix trip. I think in reverse order today, we'll go at the end. We'll finish with prize picks and NFL rapid fire. We'll talk about our Arizona trip, and the obligatory LIV conversation, which just seems to be the gift that just keeps on giving. It just never stops with the LIV information, right? But first, our event coming up soon. Entries are coming in fast and furious. We've got January 15th at X Golf in Blaine. It's a two-person best ball. There are no restrictions, right hand, left hand. Just pick a partner, come sign up. To my knowledge and to my experience, X Golf has been the most, I suppose, responsive simulator that I've been to. They're the best. Flyers everywhere, social media. Probably on the screen right now. I'm assuming we'll be able to see it there. If you want to reach out and with questions or to sign up, reach out to me at MnLefthanders@gmail.com. So plenty of ways to connect with us and get signed up for this event. Brett, you seem distracted. What's going on the screen back there? What do we got?
Minnesota Wild. They scored a goal, brought it back in within, tied it up late in the third, and then Fleury can't stop anything. So yeah, we're dead back down one with a couple minutes here left. But yeah, Minnesota Left-Handers, our event, X Golf. It's gonna be sick. The buy one get one. Did you already go? The buy one get one if for the guys that sign up early. So buy 1 hour, get 1 hour free for any of the guys that sign up early for this event at X Golf. And I do believe that's any X Golf, right?
Yes, that the buy one get one is any X Golf, but it's just the first 8 who sign up. So I've got 8 coupons. So get signed up. We're gonna podcast early. Kind of before the event at location. It's gonna be awesome. I cannot wait. Let's dive into it. LIV stuff.
Yeah, LIV is a flurry right now. It's with the two top contenders of the PGA tournament, the face of the PGA tournament, the guy that always gets the pit money, and the golden child, Rory. So, getting after Greg Norman here.
Oh, it's unreal. Rory, I don't know when he did the interview, but it was an interview with the author was Paul Kimmage. He writes for the Independent, which is a publication in the UK. If you are not a paying customer, you cannot read the article. It is behind a paywall, which is annoying, but it is what it is. There's snippets all over the place. I guess part 2 was quite meaty. One of the quotes that came from that was that Rory said, and I'm like, for fuck's sake, we've had this really nice back and forth, and he says that about me. So I mean, is it a soap opera? I don't know. I can't tell. I'm starting to the lines are getting blurred between rival golf leagues and sport and Guiding Light, or what are those other ones that are on after The Price is Right? I don't remember. After my sick days as a middle school kid, you watch The Price is Right, and then the soap operas start and it's over for me.
General Hospital.
Yeah, it's another. But that was in response to Norman, who said, "I pay zero attention to Rory or to McIlroy and Woods." Right? Norman said, They have their agenda for whatever reason. They're saying whatever they want to say. It has no bearing or effect on me. I'm going to be with LIV for a long, long period of time. This is sort of in response to from last week. We kind of took a deep dive into Woods' press conference at the Hero, where he said, first and foremost, Greg Norman has to go. So
yeah, we talked about that last week when Tiger Woods was talking about, okay, here's how it kind of needs to happen. First, they need to get rid of Greg. Then they need to drop the litigation against us, and then we'll drop our countersuit against them, and then we can work on countering. And then this kind of all came up after the fact.
Right. And in this interview that Rory did, sort of in response to Norman, he said, one of the quote was, he thought to himself, you know what? I'm going to make it my business now to be as much of a pain in his ass as possible. Okay. Like, a large part of me wants to side with Rory because he seems like a likable guy and he's the purest PGA Tour guy. But I'm losing allegiance to that a little bit because Rory has taken the torch to be the spokesperson for the PGA Tour, and that's great. That's fine that he is that guy because Woods is kind of done. It would be like if Michael Jordan were he's got to pass the torch to Kobe Bryant and so on and so forth down to LeBron and whatever. Like, eventually the stars get old, and that's fine, and someone else has to do it, and that's Rory right now. But why can't coexist be an option too?
I mean, that's been our debate this entire time with this LIV PGA thing. I text some of the old timers at work that I golf with, and they just shake their head like, no, this is a joke. This is a joke. The golf has been the majors. It's been history. It's been. Is it an ultra?
Good choice. That's why I said it's the superior light beer.
Oh, I thought it was some craft beer that you were getting at there. Nice. Looks good.
No,
Looks good.
I
Yeah.
can taste the beer in it. It's almost like water.
Oh, it's delicious. It goes right through you.
It does.
But yeah, I mean, it's the conversation we've been having since the beginning, and then having the old timers, the PGA. Well, there's no history, there's no legends behind it. Well, you got to start somewhere, and it's going to take some time to get to where it needs to be. And I always use the NFL as a good comparison to that. It's just created such a monopoly on it. Now XFL's starting February. I think that's when that starts. So. It'll be interesting to see how well that takes off, and I mean, even seeing ESPN report on that a little bit more is kind of nice. So, LIV just needs, like I've been saying, has to get its break on the broadcasting side of things. So we're not trying to watch it on Facebook or YouTube or something like that, and we actually can watch it on TV. And I think things will really change, and the PGA Tour is going to have to accept these guys because, I mean, dominoes are falling. The Mayakoba, what were the two other golf courses? Spain, Mexico, and
Valderrama and Mayakoba, and then there's a course in Singapore. I don't know the name of the course.
I forget what that is.
But yeah, I mean, just two quick responses to what you had to say there. It would have been a joke. It would have died if it was Ian Poulter, Sergio Garcia, Lee Westwood, and done. Right? Like, old guys trying to cash in. They're 55, their careers, 50 to 55, their careers on the tail end. But they pulled Cam Smith, man. When you pull Cam Smith, you're a legit tour. And among others, obviously, too, but he and Dustin Johnson are kind of the biggest names. So, yeah, it's not a joke anymore. It's legit, and they need to work together somehow. There needs to be some sort of compromise. That's one. And two, I had something more, and I remember what I was going to say. When it comes to the XFL, the difference is it would be like Josh Allen leaving the Bills and going to the XFL. Like, that would be kind of an equal move, which is insane to think about, but that's what happened here. And so it'll be interesting.
So like Donald Trump, and this isn't anything political or anything like that, but when he started like the American Football League. And you remember like Herschel Walker? Oh, I think it was Herschel Walker. No, was it like Jim Kelly and someone else, like big name running back, left the NFL and went over to the AFL and yeah, it would be something like that would need to happen for like the XFL to make a splash. But I mean, you're probably going to get like who was Johnny Manziel, you know what I mean? Some of these players that were big in college, Tim Tebow, you know, just not him necessarily, but like those names, those types of names that'll end up going there. You know, like maybe like Odell Beckham, you know, if no one signs him, he heads over there. AJ Green eventually, who, you know, after these guys are getting to the end of their career. Des Bryant, remember when he was trying to make his comeback with Baltimore? You know what I mean? Some of those like names are, you know, those would be your Sergio, your Westwood, your Ian Poulter, those kind of moves like that. But and XFL's already got the broadcast deal. I mean, I watched some of the other football league that they had. I watched a few of those games too, and I mean they're entertaining. The officiating wasn't too bad and stuff like that. And I feel like that's what kind of ruins those is bad officiating and bad game plan. It wasn't bad. So it'd be cool if they picked it up like an affiliate team. You know, like the Vikings had an affiliate team, like their practice squad, and they could build off that, like the Minnesota Wild, the AHL, and the Iowa Wild do.
Right, or like the St. Paul Saints are kind of the farm team for the Minnesota Twins. And
yeah,
that would be kind of neat. Was that called the AAF, American Association of American Football, or something like
that?
And it just fizzled. Yeah, they had like Trent Richardson and like Zach Mettenberger. These guys who came out and were supposed to be good, but they were just busts.
Yeah, it was, and I'm pretty sure that all happened like in the middle of COVID too. So it was one of those things that it didn't really get a chance to get going because of what happened with everything going on. So
right, spectator revenue was gone because they couldn't join at stadiums and all of, you know, just all of the factors that went with that. Man, we're still coming out of some wild times related to that. So, yeah, tough to get something started at that time in our history.
So we got a golf trip coming up. Phoenix is on fire. This will be our third year going there. We've played a few different courses. We played the ASU course, the McCormick Ranch. We've played Auction Southern Dunes.
Yep, we did
played
36 there.
We did what?
That 36 hole where we got paired with the locals.
Yep.
Guy was interesting. Man, that guy, he could tell you everything. He was like a youth football coach, and he could tell you everything about a player, but wouldn't remember his name to save his life. He was, 6'6", 280.
He was telling us Everson Griffin was a gunner.
Yeah.
For the Vikings, and I don't ever remember that guy on special teams like punt.
No, I don't. Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, he was fast. He was a gunner, and I'm like, what? No, I don't think so. I'm not gonna say bullshit, but I don't remember that. But
then he's that guy from whatever high school. Like he knew what high school he went to. Like,
but couldn't name the guy.
Yeah.
This is weird.
And then we got paired with those I don't know, snowbirds or whatever. Like they were spending that couple.
Hoity-toity. Like the lady like took it way too serious. Oh, it was terrible.
But I'll say it was better. Like when we got to the tee, I was like, oh boy, like the first tee.
Yeah.
But it was better than I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't. They kind of did their own thing, and we kind of did our own thing within the group.
We just need to get another 2 couples that want to go with us, so we don't have to pair with other people like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we get a foursome going on. That'd be awesome.
So we've decided we're staying at Wild Horse Pass again. Gila River, Wild Horse Pass. It's a great place, reasonable prices. We like to do our sports betting when we're down there, so we'll be betting on a few things. The Super Bowl is going to be the following 2 weekends after that, right?
It might be the week. No, is it the weekend after that?
I'm hoping it's 2 weekends after, because then that would be the last.
Because then we get football.
Right, we get some football bets like we did last time when we were there.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's 2.
But yeah, it's just fun to stay at a casino because when we go down there with some people, and this is just some travel advice if you're ever going down there, if I want to get away from whoever, do my own thing for a second, I don't have to get in a car and drive anywhere. I can just walk out my hotel room. I can go right down. I can go to a bar. I can grab something to eat. There's a couple of different little restaurant things in there to eat. I can go sit in the what do they call those rooms? The bedding rooms where they got all the recliners. Throw a bed on some dog in Australia running around a track or something. Or, if me and my wife want to go do something and Nate and his wife want to go do something, we can go and do our own thing without having to super divide. It just gives me something a little bit more to do, I guess. And gambling's always fun.
And I can just throw money at the blackjack table and lose it all.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a good time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's fun.
No, I gotta get better at that though. We gotta sit down and
you gotta give it up on gambling, man. I think my prize picks account's empty. We're gonna have to load that thing back up with some money. Dude,
I should not make when I go, and I should not play blackjack, but I will do both.
I think we're just gonna hedge our bet on this next one. We're gonna put 2 lineups in and do the opposite of what you pick.
Okay, and I'll be honest. I'll be like, I really think it's this, and then honestly do the opposite. So we're playing the whirlwind course, which is like a 4-minute walk. And since we're throwing travel tips out, I didn't know this was gonna be a travel tip podcast.
Yeah, here's I got the map up for the viewers here, but here's where we're staying. This is the casino, which has nothing to do with Whirlwind, and the Sheraton's on. They have more to do with it. Yeah, exactly.
But I'll say this because I've been there. This will be time number 4 or something in the last 3 years. There's been too many times where I have decided to drive when I get there, and I try to find a course that's not really by where we're staying, and you end up driving an hour to get there, and you drive an hour back, and then you find some other course in a separate corner of the metro area or whatever. Don't do that. I know this is gonna be a little more expensive, but the reality is it's better than spending the hour in the car, the hour both way in the car. You got to try to. There's 200 courses. There's going to be one near you. Just play what's near you, because the hour in the car while you're traveling is a tough deal. And
there's not much to see in Arizona. It's desert.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you're driving through the metro area, you're just on the freeways. Literally, their freeway system ain't a ton different than Minneapolis. It's the same as everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just not. But you got the picture up of Whirlwind, the aerial view of Whirlwind.
Yep.
Okay, so when you look at that course, do you see a lot of houses between the holes and everything? No. And that's so. When we were kind of doing some prep, I had True North up. I don't know if you can pull that or if you can find that again.
I got that one up too.
True North is their catchphrase is pure desert classic, and it's over in Scottsdale. I mean, it's True North. It's boulders. It's Greyhawk up there. These courses that are $550. The one round at True North is $330. So I'm sure the replay rate's a little less, but you're gonna spend $500 to play 36 holes over there, and you're just weaving through houses. That doesn't appeal to me like this Whirlwind does, because man, you're out there. That to me is cool. There's no houses around. Remember when we were at Southern Dunes and we kind of got to the edge of the property and there was coyotes howling and stuff?
Oh yeah, dude, that was super cool.
That's what I want.
And for the viewers here, here's True North. I mean, this is. I mean, here's Phoenix. Airport's down over here. Airport's in Tempe, right?
Yeah, a little bit, just slightly northwest of it, but yeah.
Yeah, so that's in Tempe. We're down here off South Mountain. They got some cool roads you can drive and actually get up into the mountains and do some lookouts, some hikes and stuff like there, and that's good for the women and stuff like that. But I mean, if you think about their highway system, it's just they got a big loop all the way around, and then they got these, 494 that wraps around and over to 394 over to 35. It comes back. It's just got this big loop, and then you got 394 that turns into 12 that runs through it and stuff like. So their highway system's a lot like ours. So in retro, this is like the Forest, not quite Forest Lake. Let's say like what's south of Forest Lake? This would be equivalent to
Clear Lake, like almost east of Blaine.
yeah, yep, yeah, Blaine.
Like
There you go. That'd be like your
middle.
Blaine, and this would be like your Bloomington down here, if you were to put it in perspective of like.
Yeah, and like so it's up there, and Scottsdale is, man, it's hoity-toity. We stayed over there the first year, but that was like pandemic year, so everything was super super cheap. Like we stayed at Weekopah, which is one that's over in Scottsdale, but it's out there, man. There's again, much like we're gonna play here, where there's not a house on the course. It's great, um, but Scottsdale's just, it's the hoity-toity spot. I mean, everything costs a ton of money. Um, you can just tell that that's where the blue bloods live. So they're gonna get more for their courses. But I think if you go to the outskirts of the Phoenix area a little bit, you can find some real value, one, and like some actual desert courses that are like out in the wilderness, which is fantastic. And that's personally, that's what I'm looking for. And I wouldn't say that Southern Dunes um, is a desert course. And so like we played it and it's cool. And I actually very much enjoyed that course. But this one, there's gonna be some features that are just that you're gonna be like, holy crap! Like they're super cool. The way the tee boxes fit just in the desert, it's awesome. So I'm super looking forward to it. Um, I don't know what I want to do for the other rounds. There's another city course called Aguila. It's spelled Aguila, Aguila, but I think it's pronounced Aguila. And it's not expensive, $60 or something. And I would definitely do that course. I've heard great things about it, condition wise, everything. So worth looking at as well. I think that's one of the things that I wanted to ask as we're kind of doing some prep for this. If anyone out there listening has played Whirlwind, what do you think? What do you know? What should we know about that course? And second of all, if you've played Southern Dunes as well, because there's a chance that you've made that trip and you played both, which do you like better? What's better, and which would you prefer? So comment down in the comment section of this video here and let us know what you think. And while we're at it, since we're talking about our video, throw us a follow, throw us a like, subscribe. It helps us out, helps you guys out, helps us build our events. That's what we're looking for. We want as many eyeballs and ears on our videos here so that we can build those MnLefthanders events, like the one we've got coming up in X Golf and Blaine. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of our Arizona trip. And what's next on the list? We got NFL Pickems.
Yeah.
Let's talk about last week.
Yeah, last week. I thought we had more opposite pick'ems, but I've been doing pretty good. We're doing a league at work, and I don't think I've ever went under 10 wrong. And my highest, I think, was 13 or 14, right? I think.
Yeah, you had like where you missed but I don't remember what it actually was because I think it was in a heavy bye week, so I don't remember. But yeah, you had one where you were like 14 right or something, which is impressive.
You dang right, it's impressive. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and make your picks first, like we always have been doing.
Sure.
Sorry, I'm just trying to fund your gambling habit here on Prize Picks.
My
Fucking this guy, dude. I'm telling you, don't listen to Nate.
But as we look at last week's picks, we were doing okay. I went back and watched that clip of the video, which you can do now on last week's video and on all future videos. We broke it down by chapters, so you can go right to the section that you want to listen to. And I went back and I went to the NFL Pickems, and one of the game was the Chargers at the Raiders. And you looked at me like you gave me this puzzled look, like you're actually picking the Raiders. And I went, no. I'm taking the Chargers. It's fine. Not the Raiders. I'm taking the Chargers. and then the Raiders beat the Chargers. So,
Well, they're pretty banged up, and I totally had forgotten that. Didn't think about that. So that's shame on me for forgetting that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's start it off with tomorrow night's game. Okay, we got a red hot Vegas with LA Rams, who are fresh off of claiming no other but Baker Mayfield off waivers.
Is that where he went? I saw that he got claimed, and
Dude, I'm so pumped for that guy. I hope he does great. I hope he steals Matt Stafford's. Dude, because Baker Mayfield, I need those commercials back. Where him walking around in his robe in the dog stadium and just talking with Sharon and the girls as Kelly's driving off in the distance and they're all waving. You know these commercials? Please tell me. Oh my gosh.
God. But no, he's not taking Matt Stafford's job. But who did you say it was? It was Rams and who?
It was Vegas at Rams.
Oh, hey, I'm taking Vegas now.
Yeah.
The Rams, they're not good.
No.
One.
Mm-mm.
And two, I think Stafford's still out. And are they going to roll with Baker right away?
They haven't said it yet. They haven't said it yet. All right, next up, we got Jets at Buffalo. Are you taking the Jets? Jets.
Give me Josh Allen all day.
The Jets beat them once already.
Yeah, okay. That won't happen again.
And we got Ryan White, dude.
Mike White.
Mike White. Yeah, Mike White. Yeah, I'm taking Buffalo too. All right, here's a tough one. Cleveland at Cincinnati. Joe Burrow is 0-5 against Cleveland.
I know this one's tricky. Because it's Deshaun Watson. Cincinnati.
I'm going Cincy too because Deshaun Watson didn't score a single touchdown. He went for like 134 yards and an interception. Not good. This will be the lock of the week. Houston at Dallas. Who you got?
Okay.
So we're going Dallas. You got to say it.
Give me the Cowboys.
Okay. Minnesota at Detroit. And right now, as it sits, Minnesota is a 2-point underdog.
The Lions.
I'm going Minnesota. But I'll mark Detroit on here. I marked them both because that's what we got. All right, Jacksonville at Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Same. Philly at Giants.
Philly. Hold on. Philly, but give me close.
That's actually not as close of a game as you think some of these are. I'll give you the three pretty close ones. The Vegas Rams one was the one close one. Next up, we got Baltimore at Pittsburgh. Lamar Jackson's out.
Lamar.
But Huntley's pretty good.
Yeah. Probably the Ravens.
Miami at Chargers.
Tua. Give me the Miami.
Tampa at San Fran.
San Francisco.
Are you sure? Because they don't have Garoppolo.
Oh, it's Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Shanahan's like a wizard, man. I'm still going.
Tom Brady is coming off 2 game-winning drives, like back-to-back game-winning drives.
Father Time is catching Tom Brady. I'm sticking with Brock Purdy.
Same here. Carolina at Seattle.
Seattle.
Same. Kansas City at Denver.
Kansas City.
Same. And New England at Arizona.
New England.
I'm going Arizona.
How brutal is it that in week 14, which is the last week of the fantasy football season, because we have this extended season, there's a bunch of bye weeks. Like, I got a league where I need a win, and I'm on a bye week grind. It's awful. It's just so hard in that. So in that league, that's going on. I got another league. I'm calling it now. Mark, put down the date and time. I'm winning this league. I'm winning one of my leagues. I'll tell you now. The other league, just gotta grind out a win to make the playoffs, man. It's a tough go. How are things for you?
Very good. I went down to only one fantasy league, and I had my draft. I was drafting over the phone while my wife was in labor, and
I remember this.
It's epic. My team is literally on fire. I cannot be stopped. I was actually pulling it up as you were talking to kind of just show off my team here, but I have built just this juggernaut of a team. I got Jalen Hurts, Christian McCaffrey.
Before you keep going, a couple quick questions. I mean, are we talking traditional scoring?
PPR, 10-man, 10-man, but kind of like a little modified roster and positions. Kind of, it's a little different, but not like a super flex or anything like that. But
Sure.
Jalen Hurts drafted, Christian McCaffrey drafted, Ramad Stevenson drafted, Amos St. Brown drafted him, Charlie Kirk drafted, Andrews, Chase drafted all those guys, Pittman, Mike Evans. I drafted Dameon Pierce and Breece Hall too.
You did? Oh, I was like, don't say Breece Hall. That's insane.
But I had like just this stacked team, and then I've just been switching out. I mean, I picked up Deshaun Watson off waivers, so no one else did, and I just picked up James Cook off waivers, and I am 11-2 right now.
Okay.
So I mean, I just had a stellar draft, man. It was insane. I just couldn't believe the team that I came out with. So, and I haven't had the injury bug, so I'm gonna win this league.
And that's what we're up against. Like, I say I'm going to win this league, and I call it, and I really think I will. But we're all at the mercy of the injury bug, man. I got Jalen Hurts. The guy carries a team, but he's also, just the way he plays the game, he's just putting himself out there. It's scary.
All right, so now
Are the prize picks?
Yeah.
We didn't even get to talk about the match. Yeah. But are the prizes related to it?
Yeah, there's match play. Tiger and Rory.
Yeah, that.
Versus Spieth and Thomas.
Yep.
Match play points for Tiger and Rory is 4.5. Or one. Sorry. The match play points for Tiger and Rory are only a half. So do you think they're going to be over or under a half? Match play
I don't
points.
understand.
So Friday, December 9th, 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Tiger and Rory versus Spieth and Thomas at Pelican Golf Club.
Uh-huh.
Match play points. Do you think it's going to be over or under 0.5 in favor of Rory and Tiger?
Okay, I see.
So basically, all you're betting here is: do you think Tiger and Rory are going to win, or do you think Spieth and Thomas are going to win?
Right. Tiger and Rory are going to win. And I mean that. So seriously, bet the opposite.
So we're betting they're going to have more match play points.
I believe Tiger and Rory are going to have more match play points. So in turn, you have to bet Spieth and Thomas. Because this is a sick and twisted.
What are the odds that Tiger actually plays this tournament?
Oh no, he will. He will because there's not a lot of walking. Did you see their carts? They put them out on. I saw them on Twitter. They're like all souped up and stuff. Like they got cameras at all angles and microphones and all this stuff, and they do like 50 miles an hour. Okay, that's not true, but they go super fast.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's only 12 holes. He's in a cart. He's fine. He's gonna play, and he's going to win. I believe it. However, that means you have to bet Spieth and Thomas.
And then we're going to have to look at birdies are better for round one of the scramble on Friday. Jason Day and Billy Horschel, do you think they're going to have 11.5 birdies? More or less. Or you
Jason
can do Max. You can do Homa and Kisner, Kuchar and English.
What's the Homa Kisner bet?
Homa Kisner is 11.5.
Yes.
Over or under?
Over.
Okay, well, it's another $20 down the toilet.
No, bet the under. Like, I believe it's over, so bet the under.
You got to hit one of these eventually.
You would think. I'd like to get on a good trend as we head into, the state where sports betting's allowed.
All right, there you have it, guys. There's our prize picks. There's another episode. The bet has been entered. What more could you have asked from a podcast? I mean, we got some live golf. We got our trip, our event. We got some betting. We got some Pickems. Got a little bit of everything.
I'll tell you what I could ask for. A freaking win in one of these bets. But beyond that, what a great half hour, man. I enjoyed it. When we come back, we'll recap the match. I'm sure there'll be some live news, and we'll just see where the conversation takes us.
All right. Well, thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Like, subscribe, follow. I'm Brett Relander, Nate Doimer here. Thanks, everyone, for viewing, and we will catch you next time.